Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
The City of Wyandotte versus Tracy Anderson, 26201, 26440. And there actually, I think there's a warrant or your client's in the failure to appear pile because of she didn't show for a show cause, I believe.
That I'm not aware of.
She was supposed to have been here last week and you weren't here.
I was in jail.
Last week you were in jail?
Sure.
I believe that it showed that she was not in jail any further. He was on a tether. That's why,
What?
that's why, no, in any event, I think it was,
I looked at the file.
it's not one of these two files.
No, I looked at the cases. And it feels that she was rain on both of these on the sets that appeared.
No, that's incorrect.
Oh, there's something.
February 26th.
Recognized.
February 26th, thank you. She was arraigned on 2/6. Well, first of all, counsel, your appearance, please, for the record.
This time you're on John Goldclough, 30758 on behalf of Sanderson.
Sanderson, your name for the record, please.
Tracy Anderson.
Okay.
On two cases. On both.
Right. So, counsel, on the 2/6 matter, the 26201 matter, your client was arraigned February 26th.
Right.
All right. So, then, she failed to appear at her pretrial and bond hearing on March 11th,
Okay.
at which point this court, ordered a warrant to issue. Then April 5th, she was arrested on yet another possession of controlled substance case. And she was arraigned on April 6th. And at which point she had a personal bond on both matters, despite having failed to appear.
Your Honor,
And then she was supposed to have appeared on the 22 matter,
oh,
the 221960A matter for a show cause on April 8th. April 8th. And she didn't show up on that last week.
Your Honor, the
And she
20
was,
I see now what you're talking about. What I was indicating, what I reviewed was that on whatever date, she was, I reviewed both that count 22. I know that.
right.
And the 440 case, when the officers were, according to the write-up, there was a warrant was issued for failure to appear back in February. And officers Cox and someone else indicated the Liberty address.
The what?
A Liberty address, which is the address that she's placed in the file. And that he went to that location and found her for the outstanding warrant from February. She was detained, and during the booking process, they found prescription drugs on her.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We have your client at the Clough address, but I'm not sure what all this has to do with what we're doing today.
Why we're here today. You said she got a second case. Well, that's how she picked up the 440 case, which is going to be dismissed. But if, depending on the shown documentation. As to the 22 case, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, I'm pretty certain that one of my bond conditions was no contact with Mr. Zammit. And then, oh, also, we can't forget the bond violation because it's alleged that your client cut the tether off
I
in the
understand
backyard of her home.
that. I understand.
She left from the Christian Guidance Center. And also, I was pretty certain that I ordered your client not to have contact with Mr. Zammit. No, I did not. I ordered Mr. Zammit not to have contact with Ms. Anderson. Yet she apparently seems to keep going to his home. Her home is on Edcliffe Court.
She does not reside there alone.
Well, that's what we have.
I understand, John. That's why I was saying, I'm just,
You're not to have contact with Mr. Zammit. Mr. Zammit lives at the home. He's not to have contact with you. You don't go there.
No.
That's not true. That's not true. I informed you of all that because I know that you, Mr. Zammit, and then what's the other fellow's name?
Campbell.
Keith Campbell. Yes, because there was another Campbell who I think may have been a cousin, but not related to this issue. So, counsel, what's happening on the pre-trials in this matter?
pre-trials with respect to, the, 26-201, the people would move to dismiss the possession of drug paraphernalia. Ms. Anderson would plead guilty to the, possession of controlled substance. On the 26-440, the people are moving to dismiss the possession of drugs. She had a prescription for those drugs, and that prescription has been shown through the pharmacy to prosecutor Joe. When she was arrested, Your Honor, when she was arrested on the outstanding warrant on April 5th by Wyandotte Police Department, they came to her. Mr. Zammit let them into the house. She was handcuffed, taken away, and during the processing, they found a prescription bottle for oxycodone. There was one pill in it, which was whatever it says. I can't.
Clonazepam.
I'm probably on it and don't know. And she had a prescription for that as well.
A valid prescription?
Yeah.
A current prescription?
Current valid prescription
As of the date of this offense?
as of the date of that offense. And that's been verified.
All right, well, the warrant was also because your client failed, absconded from the tether as well, but
I understand that. But
so the 26440. The court will grant the dismissal for the prosecuting attorney.
thank you.
And ma'am, as to the other matter, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you heard the plea that was placed on the record as to the possession of controlled substance, correct?
Right. Yeah.
As to that charge, ma'am, how do you plead? Are we hearing her?
Guilty, Your Honor.
You've gone over your advice of rights with your attorney, correct? I can't hear you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand all of those rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court or administrative agency.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Knowing all of that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No, Your Honor.
Any immigration issues?
No, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, if you can please party your client.
Thank you. February 14th, I believe.
I'm sorry?
February 14th.
Yes.
Like February 14th of 2026. Were you in the city of Wyandotte?
Yeah.
And you were driving a vehicle that came into contact with the Wyandotte Police Department. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in that vehicle was yourself and a Mr. Zammit. And there was,
Mr. Campbell may have been with them too, but I don't
I
know.
believe he was
Okay.
defeated.
All
He
right.
was at the home that they were leaving.
Okay.
Yes, I read the report to him.
All right.
And while in that car, you were the driver with him, correct? Correct?
Yes,
And the police asked you out of the car. They questioned you about the circumstances that were ongoing and why you had left that location of a alleged shots fired or something like that. And during that conversation, they asked you if they could search you. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you allowed them to search you and the vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you had in your possession some controlled substance. Is that correct? And what was that?
fentanyl.
Pardon? You had fentanyl. And that's against the law, right?
That is employed.
And you knew that, didn't you?
Yes,
You knew it was against the law,
yeah.
and you knew it was there, correct? Defense is satisfied you.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea. And counsel? What are we doing with bond violation?
Well, I wasn't aware of it, Your Honor, but
I mean, it should have been set for a bond violation. I'm not sure why it's not, because this court ordered your client tethered to treatment. Your
Right.
client absconded from treatment and then made it to her back home and she cut off her tether.
I understand that, Your
So,
I guess, Your Honor, I would ask that we adjourn the bond violation, set this matter for pre-sentence investigation, and proceed accordingly, Your Honor. I'm unfamiliar at this point in time of the allegation. I understand the allegations.
I'm not sending the bond violation out another month. No, because your client already absconded from treatment. And then, didn't appear for a bond violation. So,
I know what you indicated, Your Honor, about bond violation. I'm totally unaware of that. I knew the warrant was outstanding. It didn't show in the paperwork that I read.
you're here tomorrow, right, counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, we can do the bond violation tomorrow.
Okay.
Should I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to apologize so much for that. I was out of my mind. I don't know what made you that. But Keith Campbell was just my ex. Was telling me awful things he was going to do to the dogs, and I didn't want to lose my dogs.
Ma'am, stop right now.
Sorry.
Get it together. Tears don't work here.
I'm sorry.
They don't work. Second of all,
And
you're telling this court that you felt the need to violate this court's order, leave treatment that this court ordered you to participate in for your own benefit because of things that your ex was saying to you. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, my dogs would have been gone. I don't know, but I still regret it. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm a dog lover, but I'm also, a rule follower,
Yeah.
and my order is an order.
Right.
I understand, Your Honor.
So, we'll set the bond violation hearing for tomorrow, April 16th at what time, Ally?
At 9:15, she has a probable cause conference tomorrow.
Well, good, then it all works out.
I didn't hear what you had with the last.
She has a probable cause conference on her felony matter.
You're supposed to be here tomorrow too?
And
Yes. So see, it all works out.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
thank you.
Ma'am, let me just be very clear. You're not returning to the home on Liberty in Lincoln Park.
I know.
You're not returning there.
He's keeping my dogs now. I was supposed to put money down in an apartment tomorrow.
No.
But
Well, I don't know about that. All I know is I know what you're not doing. You're not going back to the home, to Mr. Zamet's home.
no.
Because interestingly enough, Mr. Zamet claimed he had just met Miss Anderson and Mr. Campbell and yet was giving them rides places. And then now here we are, this big old triangular mess of involving drugs and everything else.
I didn't mean to interrupt the court. If I remember correctly, I think that I did represent somebody, but not Mr. Campbell and not Mr. Zamet, in another matter of this. I don't know if Miss Anderson was part of it. I think Mr. Zamet or Mr. Campbell was a couple of months ago. But there's no comment. Because it's not, neither of these. Or I was in court when they were talking about rent or losing.
May have been in court, unless maybe you were the attorney of record that arraigned Miss Anderson on the felony. I'm not sure.
I might have.
Yeah.
Possibly, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, where are you working?
I work for Alicia Higgins doing home health care for her. I go back to school to be for coding and billing,
For what?
medical coding and billing. Oh, actually, I might not be able to do that.
Well, you should make appropriate choices, ma'am.
Exactly, you're absolutely right. I'm informed with decisions.
All right, so amended bond conditions, no contact with Mr. Zammit. You're not to return to the home on Liberty in Lincoln Park. Do you have any personal belongings there?
No, I know. Enough that I can live without, I can live without it.
So where are you staying then, ma'am?
Right, my girlfriend Stacy's at 946 Mill Street.
Well, you're going to have to communicate with your tether agent because you're
Yeah.
not going to be allowed to be tethered to Liberty Avenue.
Okay,
You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. If you test right now what's in your system,
marijuana.
when's the last time you used it?
About a week ago. The levels are going down for an my doctor. And I had a drug test twice.
But you shouldn't have even been using it a week ago.
No, it helped. I didn't have my pain pills and it helped my back, but it won't happen again. I can give up all that. I've got a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I'm willing to do it.
We'll continue your bond. When here's your amended bond condition. So you're going to get a copy of these. You're going to go over to probation.
Okay.
And then we will see you tomorrow. In person.
Yeah.
I understand perhaps your probable cause conference meeting on Zoom, right? But you're just going to be in person
Okay.
because we're having you in person for everything else.
I'll take it. We heard it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Have a good day. Okay, is that everybody?
She posted over probation. Right now? Yep. Yeah, it's 24 hours. Go to probation.
Your turn.
Right in the corner.
Okay, so I guess we'll call the field to appears tomorrow morning because I don't know how this disaster happened.
I cut the tether off my ankle and I blame my little dog. Crying in the courtroom, but the judge sees through the fog. You can't go back to Lincoln Park or see your